Well, hello and welcome to day 3 or step 3, however you want to call it. And let's devote this next step to decluttering. And mind you, you won't declutter everything in one day or even in 1 week. It's a process. That's why I want to spend some time chatting about it and maybe share some ideas you may find useful. Before we start, let's take a look at our space where we live and estimate how many square meters, how many square feet it is in size, and how much every square foot or every square meter is selling for in your particular area. Where I live in a little town of Milton in Ontario, 1 square foot goes not anymore $1,000. It's probably more like $750. But guys, this is square foot. I'm sitting right now on a little bench and I'm occupying probably 1.5 square feet. So that's a lot of money. And then when you see clutter, like an empty box or an old purse or something that it's totally obnoxious, occupying $1,000 worth of space. Just think about it. Is it justified to have stuff there, right? So that is really helpful to just reframe your thinking into how much every square foot or every measuring unit of real estate is going for, and everything around you, is it worth it to be there? What inspires me to keep going with my decluttering? A couple of books. One is my beloved Fiona Ferris, and this is 100 Ways to Declutter Your Home. A great resource. It's a thin book, but it has every square inch of this book is really good. I like reading it when I'm in sauna or in my bathtub because I'm not really worrying to make it look used, because that's my resource and my tool. Gets lots of good ideas, so that's inspiring. Another book that inspires me to throw things out is Swedish Death Decluttering something. I can never remember the name exactly, but I'll put the link on that book. And the main message in this book is you're gonna die one day, okay? And hopefully later than earlier. We never know when. Imagine your relatives, your beneficiaries, heirs, however you want to call them, have to go through your crap. How embarrassed you would be. And even though it's a bit freaky, but I did like this concept, and I want my heirs to go through my Hermes scarves or antique books and nice porcelain, but not through crap, something that's spoiled or expired or cracked, and something that has to be thrown out. And as a financial advisor, I hear stories all the time. Somebody somewhere settle in an estate and have to deal with stuff in the house for months, and it's a lot of work. So that, in a weird way, actually inspires me to move things out of my living space. Oftentimes I think, well, but I spent $50 on that, I can't just throw it out. Compare this to experiences you pay for: amusement park, a dinner, a movie night. You spend $50, $70, and sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes it's not even exciting or not memorable. You're not asking for your money back. You just paid for this experience to have an interesting day. You were looking forward to it. You got some emotions after, uh, in the process of doing it. So you paid your money for these emotions. Same with stuff. When we're shopping for things, this anticipation and picking and choosing, then getting excited about it, that's what you pay your money for. And your money is gone. Usually it's gone. And if you're lucky enough to get something out of it by selling it, donating it, where you get emotional value rather than monetary value, that's already a good thing. The not so good thing is when you're decluttering and nobody even wants your things. I'll give you two examples. I purchased a big chest of toys for my son Mark, and they were Thomas trains made of wood, beautiful craftsmanship. And my sister, my mom, and I were giving him toys, these little sets of Thomas Train for his birthday, for New Year's, for Christmas, in a span of 5 years. So the question of gifts was resolved for 5 years. And when time came and Mark grew up, I kept few memorable pieces in the house, so that he always has this memorabilia, but a really small box of a few cute things. And I sold the chest for something like $600. I actually made money on it, believe it or not, because the exchange rate was a bit different. But the key thing that certain things actually hold value and could be sold. Restoration hardware furniture, usually you put it on Facebook Marketplace, it's gone. Pier 1 imports, most of the pieces are resellable and sold very well. But some items are not resellable well. You just happy if you are lucky if you get $20 to get something for them. And the third category of pieces that do not appreciate and don't worth anything, that actually have negative equity. I want to expand on the concept of negative equity. It's something that not only not sellable, but also sucks your energy, sucks your space without adding any value, without adding any usefulness. And when you try to sell those things, people don't even want it for free. I'll give you an example. I had a TV cabinet from Pier 1 Imports. It was gorgeous, by the way. When I bought it, it was just under $1,000. And when time came, 15 years later, to sell it, I couldn't sell it even for $20. Few couples came and took a look and thought, oh geez, that takes so much space. And these people were clever. They thought, okay, it takes 1 square meter of our space, which is going for what, $5,000, $6,000 every square meter. Do the math, and might be very well so in the area where you live. And they cleverly understood that we don't have those bulky TVs that had to be covered anymore. We have frame TVs, flat screen TVs that are on the walls that take minimal space. So like horse carriages, typewriters, actually some typewriters are pretty cute, but horse carriages, they had to go. And this is a good example of something with negative equity, that this piece kind of good quality, but bulky, useless, taking too much space and sucking my energy every time I look at it, and regret, why do I still have it? Yes, it was useful. I had it for 15 years, and 5 years out of that, it housed my TV, and the other 10 years it housed all kind of junk because I didn't want to throw it out. So it ended up going to the dump, unfortunately, because nobody wanted it. So think about all the stuff around you. Does it have any value? Does it have any value to you, first of all? And if it has negative equity, just get rid of it and never look back. Think about it as an experience. You got something out of it for the money you paid. This is it. And it's time now to go. Why do we keep cluttering in our places? Why do we keep buying things? For many of us, it's because we grew up poor. I grew up in a Soviet Union. We had small apartment. We had nothing. And having a sofa with 2 armchairs was akin to being wealthy. You would come to someone's place and you would see books and something what we call wall unit. Oh my goodness, that was so chic. and people were buying vases and books and sculptures just to clutter their spaces, and that was an indication of status. Could be for security reasons. You're buying something that gives you the sense of you being grown up, or you being protected from the outer world. And for many of us, and I see it as a financial advisor, usually people accumulate stuff until they're 50, and then as they hit 50, they actually start decluttering and giving things away. The reason we buy things is because we are bored. We go to the mall, we entertain ourselves by looking for things, comparing prices, comparing features and benefits, then buying it, then we're excited, we like this excitement, we want more of it, just like with everything, with alcohol, with drugs, with food, with sugar. We like the feeling, we want more of it. But it is crucial to know where to stop and think, okay, I'm not buying anything. And what is really helping me to curb my shopping impulses, because I do have them like every Soviet Union born woman, what helps me is actually selling my stuff. Try to sell something on eBay, on Poshmark, on Real, what else? Of course, Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, all those sites. It's a lot of work. You have to take pictures, you have to post it, you have to write a story, and then you get funny calls and messages. Is it available? Yeah, it says this in the ad, it's available. No, is it available? And then they don't get back to you after you say it's available. And you wonder, what was the purpose? Are they selling the same thing and they want to know if I'm still having it? That's the only explanation I have why people ask you if it's available and don't get back to you after you say yes. Anyway, Facebook Marketplace, as an example, is giving you a lot of fun, a lot of dopamine, but it also shows you that it's very easy to pull out your credit card and pay for something and get something, and it's delivered to your door. But try to sell the same thing, it's not as easy. And what it does to my process, I actually see that by selling and decluttering and getting this excitement to sell something for $20, trust me, I think twice, I think 5 times before I spend same $20 on something that I'm not even sure I need. Actually, I'm sure I don't need, I want. And that helps this process, it helps this self-control. So we clutter things because of the security, because of this preconceived notion what status and wealth is. We buy, accumulate things. And it actually starts at some point to take from us, because it takes space, we have to take care of it, we have to dust it, we have to clean it, we can't move around. And on that note, I'd like to say that when it's less in any home, it actually looks more expensive than when you have a lot of things in it. This wall behind me, it was so busy with so many artwork I collected over the years, and I just kept 3 crucial pieces that I can't live without, and they kind of add. It would be strange to have the blank wall, but prior to that I probably had way more stuff. So how do you declutter? My plan is such that I have my floor plan, that actually builder's plan that I kept from the day I purchased this house, and I go from east to west or from south to north. I just move through my house and I track my cleaning according to the plan. So left, right, or top, down, it doesn't matter however your plan will work for you. But I go piece by piece, room by room, and I like to dedicate 1 hour per day to my cleaning / decluttering activity. We're grown-ups, we don't have little kids, we have a dog, we have Boomer, and it's not much to clean every day, so I can focus on decluttering a bit more than than old me when Mark was little and I had less time because I was working full time. And now I have a luxury of actually thinking about it. But even if you dedicate 10-15 minutes a day, but one piece. Now, how do you track it? I find home floor plan is a good way, because you can mark your master bedroom, and then foyer, and then living room. Maybe you can dedicate 2 days to declutter your living room, because it could be a chest of drawers, and then bookcase, and then it could be some stands, and what have you. This way, it's more of a process that you're not overwhelming yourself with too much task that that cannot do. It's that unsurmountable. And you will see that step by step you'll get more and more wind in your wings, because that will propel your energy and enthusiasm further with each day of your decluttering process. You'll see, oh yes, this corner is now breathing, and you have more energy to do the other corner. And some people will disagree with me, but I'm a big believer in Qi energy and Feng Shui. I'm big on that. I love it, love it. It works for me. I think there is something into it, and if it's a bit of fairy tale-ish way to describe it through Qi energy and all those sharp angles and all those great things Feng Shui teaches us, I do believe that you have to push this energy a bit, because when it gets stale and it's too much and there's no way for Qi to circle around, you start feeling tired and, God forbid, even sick. And this is true. When you walk into some houses that have this stale, heavy air, too much of everything in every corner, you may feel sick. So that could be a good motivation for you to rearrange things and make this Qi energy move. My favorite Feng Shui book is by I forgot the name right now, but I'll post it. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. So floor plan, that's one thing, and Fiona has a lot of ideas, and one tactic I learned from her is a decluttering challenge. She was referring to 100 pieces in 100 days. I thought, hey, let's do 365 pieces in year 2024. And at the beginning of the year, I started a template where I have 4 columns: what I sold, what I donated, what I recycled or repurposed. Recycled, not going to recycle bin, that's garbage. And what I threw out outright. So if I threw something out, even though it's recycled, I still categorize it as garbage, because it goes to the dumpster. Even if I throw it in a donation box, I put it as garbage, because we all know most of the pieces in donation boxes are actually being dumped, unfortunately. But if there is an option to give something of value to somebody else who wants it, needs it, and you're not really need for that, and it just clutters your life, that's what I call donation. I'll give you an example. I had 3 Longchamp travel bags, those ones that, you know, the big bags that you fold, and they're really handy. They're wonderful, but I have 3. I had one I purchased, one my sister gave me when I was in the process of travel, because I forgot the one I had with me, so we had to get another one. One was my mom's, and my mom passed away last year. And it just happened that a really nice young lady, a daughter of my best friend, she was shopping for Longchamp, and she called her mom saying, "Oh, Mom, I want to buy this bag." And I thought, no, I will give it to you, please. And it gave me the utmost pleasure to give this beautiful young lady a nice brand name bag and save you $100 or $200, however, I don't know how much it's going now for. And that's what I call donation, because it gives you this feeling of accomplishment. Repurposing, recycling, when you find a new way to use something, I think that's really cool, especially with clothes. If you spend some time looking for a good seamstress in your area and build a good productive relationship with her or him, and that will go a very, very long way. When I see something I would rather throw out or I don't wear anymore, either I throw it out, but if I can repurpose it, it actually gives me that feeling of shopping, feeling of getting something new or using it in a new way. It's pretty cool. Keep the log of everything you declutter, and again, you'll get the wind in your wings, because you'll say, yay, I sold something for $100. I want another $100, another $50, another $30. At this point, I am at the end of month 3 of my decluttering challenge, about my dopamine detox challenge, everything challenge, which I'm enjoying, by the way, a lot. I have sold stuff just under $4,000, and that's not nothing. And this money go right towards my mortgage that happened to be variable rate, and it's super expensive. And getting rid of things, again, not the things I need. Be careful with that. Don't just throw out everything that you need, but things that you assess as no value or negative equity, just let it go, track it, and feel happy about your progress. And I'll see you tomorrow at the day 4. Bye for now.